Oh, look at that. Nice. And not one, but two. Good evening, everybody, from the back streets of Tokyo. Tonight we're going to do a little exploring and apparently hang out with these cars because they seem great. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey everybody, tonight this is what we're doing. We are walking the back streets of Tokyo. We're exploring, we're enjoying the sakura, the cherry blossoms. It's gonna be a nice night. It's not gonna be a super long live stream tonight, but I did want to announce that we're bringing back the live streams. So hello. So up until this week's Monday, Japan was under a state of emergency, which is not the same as like a lockdown or a curfew or any of that, but it meant that we should probably not be going out and about and doing live streaming and whatnot. And so I avoided doing outdoor live streams in Tokyo until that wrapped up. It wrapped up on Monday, and so here we are now back with the live streams. Let me jump right in and say, Tim, thank you very much for the coffee money to warm up. Honestly, it's a little colder tonight than I was originally expecting. It said it was going to be like 18 degrees Celsius. In fact, right now it says it's supposed to be 19. But it's a cold 19. So, as well as Molly. Good morning, Norm. Great to wake up, take a midnight walk. Thank you so much. So let's walk around the area here. So right now we are behind the area of Tokyo Station. And as you can see, the cherry blossoms are here. And this area, they're gonna be keeping the street lights on until about 11 p.m. Right now it is 10:17, so there we are. Bro, your circadian rhythm must be out of this world. Yeah, I just make it all work. So, and good morning to everybody who's joining from the morning. Good evening to everybody who's joining in the evening. Today, basically, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be walking around and checking out the cherry blossoms. So this street here, in case you ever want to come and find it and seek it out, this is called Edo Sakuradori. Now, I was originally going to spend a lot of time with us hanging out in this street, but there's a whole bunch of people hanging out and drinking and all that, so we're going to head down this way. Man, is this lens ever wide. I never get tired of this. We're gonna head down this way and we're gonna do kind of a choose your own adventure. They turn off the street lights. Well, if you notice, this area here isn't as illuminated. In fact, they're supposed to be doing an entire light up thing right now where they have this entire area illuminated. In fact, all the sakura, the cherry blossoms around here, are supposed to be illuminated right now. They have a whole website set up for it and everything. I was super excited to come out and show you guys the illuminated cherry blossoms tonight. And this is what we got. We got street lights that are on kind of at best. But the Nihonbashi area has a lot of fun little hidden back streets to hang out in. So today, that is exactly what we're gonna do. We are gonna take in the sights of the cherry blossoms as we explore the back streets of this area. And I pray that I don't forget where I park my bicycle. So how is everybody doing today? Where are you watching from? All the standard questions. Also, if you haven't already, give that like button some love. Let's get this thing going. I'd love to share this with as many people as possible. The live streams are about to become a much more frequent occurrence now that we can finally get out and about again. And we're going to be doing a bit of travel this year as well. Very excited about it. And a special thank you to 34 for your midnight snacks. Thanks for the cherry blossom. Thank you very much. I've actually also changed up my entire streaming setup here so that we'll be able to see. Even this camera's wide now. I've got a wide angle lens going on both cameras, the front and the back. And if you notice, there's no gimbal in the shot anymore. Oh, yay! I decided to upgrade us to a new gimbal, guys. That way we don't have to worry about having the gimbal in the shot hanging out right here for the entire live stream. That wasn't fun for anybody. So, and there's one more super chat in there. Auntie, I can't read your name, I'm sorry. It's too late for a coffee. Enjoy a beer instead. Why, thank you so much. Okay, so this area here, these are some of my favorite Backstreets. If you've been here, you will instantly know why. If you haven't, you're in for a treat. So this is the Koto-ku building. We're gonna head down this way. Look how gorgeous this is. I love this spot. Ah. Are restaurants and bars fully opened in Tokyo? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really dine out in Tokyo anymore. I don't really dine out anymore. I've really been enjoying cooking lately, like a lot. Maybe we'll do another cooking with Norm section someday. And Sachi, thank you so much. Thanks for the live stream. I made it because of the people on Discord. Yay! Wow, this makes my arm look super long. Okay, I'll stop. All right, so this spot right here, behind the Koto-ku building, unfortunately, no wild cherry blossoms here right now, but we have this. And I love this because especially, if I had the A7S III going right now, and that was dangerous. I almost stepped right on that. The gimbal just gave up on me. There we go. The gimbal does not seem to be in a good mood right now. I think I have too much weight on it with two lenses. What a beautiful little shrine. And this is like a much newer building. And so because of this, yeah, so this is a shrine and it's hidden like right in the core of Nihonbashi. I moved away from here because this group of ladies over here is incredibly inebriated and surprisingly vulgar. I'm actually borderline impressed at how vulgar they were being, but good for them. Everyone's got to have a hobby, right? 6K stream when? When YouTube enables a 6K stream, I will do a 6K stream. You have my word on that. Wow, there's actually a lot of people out here dining, if you will. All right, let's head back out this way. So we've kind of got some cherry blossoms over here. Definitely nowhere near full bloom. I do have good news though. Exciting news. The news is, I went out today and I shot an entire cherry blossom video and found one of the scariest, creepiest, weirdest, most amazing shrines that I think I have ever, come on gimbal. This gimbal does not, there we go. I found one of the most interesting shrines I think I've ever found. It is, I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Let's turn this back around. I just happened to stumble across the shrine today while I was cycling through Tokyo. And I was instantly pulled into it. I was so excited to find it. And this shrine itself was, how can I put it? This shrine was a challenge. That's the only way I can really put it, is this shrine was a challenge. But it was a fun challenge, and it's one that I look forward to being able to share with you guys this Sunday. And there we go. My laptop would break if I watched a 6. So right now we are walking through the back streets of Nihonbashi near Tokyo Station. There's a lot of narrow little alleys. Let's go down this one. Let's see where this leads us. This is a narrow back street alley that I have literally never been down. So let's give it a shot. And this, okay, so this question, best streaming channel in Japan. Thanks, Chris. It's the darkest streaming channel in Japan. I wish I could stream with the A7S III. And Chris, I'm starting it. I'm recording 6K, so you're gonna have to step it up. There we go. That actually led to stuff. There we go. Led to this little back street right here. And wow, look at that stairway up there. Look at that. Whew. And David Lee, thank you so much. Maybe late night, have a whiskey highball on me. Thanks, mate, I will. Absolutely. There's a fitness center. All right, so you guys asked about how the restaurants in Tokyo are doing? That seems about right. Some are a lot more crowded than that, but... All right. I actually want to check out what was in those vending machines. There are a few things that I never ever tire of. Super narrow Tokyo back streets. Wow, look how skinny these vending machines are. What? Look at that. That's like, I was gonna be like, it's as wide as my hand. If I do that, it is, but realistically, it's not. But that is a skinny vending machine. Wow, holy. So yeah, again, David, thank you so much for that highball. I will definitely grab one later on. Very much appreciated. If I was in Tokyo, I would jump scare you. I know you would, Chris. I know. These are things that I'm aware of. This is why I check every corner before I walk around it, in case there's a Chris in it. And Craig, hey Craig, how's it going? Always love the juxtaposition of the traditional and modern Tokyo. Glad to see the return to normal. Yeah, glad to be able to bring back the streams. I'm just so happy, like just so excited to be able to bring back the streams. I've been missing doing these so much, and I cannot get this gimbal to stay. Oh. Guys, I just ripped the phone right off the gimbal because I'm a professional YouTuber. Oh, cool street. Oh, wow. Maybe I'll just try to carry it. But this street is awesome. Okay, we're gonna walk down this street quietly. And I'm gonna use this here to try and reset up the gimbal in the hopes of maybe not destroying everything. I don't know. But look at this. Check out this little back street while I try and figure out what went terribly wrong. Because something went terribly, terribly wrong. Did we get it? I think I got it. Okay, guys. Okay, now I just need to balance the gimbal a little. And we should be okay-ish. There we go, we're okay-ish. Too dark, yeah, no crap, bro, it's night. Have you never been out at night? I'll tell you what, tonight, when it gets dark out, open your windows, and then you'll notice something. It's too dark. There we go. Okay, so one of my favorite types of photos to get when you're out in the back streets is like this. You get a really nice low angle. Let me adjust that gimbal just a little more. And then you point up on a corner like this. And when you get a nice corner shot like this, then there you go. Now, when you're doing a shot like this, you're gonna want a really long exposure because you're not gonna be able to get, like, especially if you're lucky enough to not have any cars and everything coming through, if you can get a nice long exposure in a spot like this, maybe 10, 15 seconds with your phone down there or your camera, whatever, on a tripod, you'll be able to get some really, really nice shots using corner setups just like this. You just have to find yourself a corner that isn't boring like these ones. A nice corner like this pole kind of stands out. So a corner shot like this with a nice wide lens, that's the way to do it. Also, because this comes up very often in live streams, I am a content creator, I am a YouTuber, I do not make any laws or rules in Japan, so I will not be able to answer when Japan is gonna open the borders. I can't even speculate. I have literally no clue. Anybody who tells you different is inaccurate at best. I think inaccurate's a pretty nice way to say it. Indian curry. And another narrow back street. So of course, we go down the narrow back street. Yeah, the horizon is falling to the left because there's just far too much weight. I think if I took off, nope, taking off one of the lenses doesn't even, oh yeah, it kind of does. You know what, we'll just do it like that, that's fine. Why? I need those back streets in my life. Oh, how I wish that this gimbal would just work. Does that do any better? It's still leaning to the side, isn't it? That's wonderful. Love it, absolutely love it. There we go. I feel like this is about as good as we're gonna get. This is my lesson to not trust DJI products. As always, a huge thanks to iVideo for all the Wi-Fi support and all that. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Wow, there are a lot of narrow back streets back here. This is so dark. In case you're wondering, it's not just this dark for you, it's also about this dark for me, but we're heading back out onto a street with some sakura out here, so. If the image is leaning to the side, this is on purpose to annoy the inebriated Mr. Broad. Well played, Tim. There we go. So let's make our way using the back streets and get closer and closer to Tokyo Station. Tokyo would never get dark. It actually does. It gets surprisingly dark. In fact, there was a question earlier on that I kind of want to address. So we're gonna take a peek at it now. I love how this street here starts out as this beautiful, wonderful street and then just ends in darkness out there. That's it. It just ends in absolute darkness. So there was a question brought up earlier where someone asked, is it safe to walk Tokyo at night? And I've done quite a few Tokyo at night videos lately. Thank you guys so much for watching them and supporting. Really glad to have you there. But that question comes up on every single video. And while some people might say it's comparatively safe to other countries, I don't want to go and be like, yes, if you are just a lone female, feel free to walk the streets of Tokyo at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're totally cool. No, no. Again, I've said it about 1 billion times and I'll say it about 1 billion more. Japan is a country with people just like any other country. And so while it may come across as more safe than some places that you might go in the world, nothing is completely safe and you should still always take appropriate precautions, always. Did I say always already? I feel like I said it. Always. There we go. Again, a nice little corner of Backstreets here. And yeah, there will be people who's like, well, I felt I felt safe when I was in Tokyo. Yeah, so do I. I also felt safe wandering the streets of New York City at night, surprisingly. People were incredibly kind, but it doesn't mean that terrible things have not happened there. So definitely something to keep in mind. Also, if you're just joining the live stream, I would love to see us get the number of likes matching the number of viewers. So let's get a spike in that like button. Give it some love. Also, there's going to be more giveaways coming up soon, and I'm very, very excited about that. This year is going to be the year of giveaways, and I'll be honest, I'm going to pick favorites, and the favorites will more often than not always, more often than not, be the notification squad. So if you don't have notifications on and you want a chance to win something, whether it be maybe a snack box from Tokyo Treat like our last live stream, or whether it be one of the cameras or gimbals or something that I plan on giving away this year, because yes, there are more camera giveaways coming up. Make sure that you have the notifications turned on for the channel as well as for the app. Make sure basically all notifications are on and you will have a fairly decent chance. So also, if you're new and you don't know this, I tend to spend the first 30 minutes to an hour of every single video release hanging out in the comments with the notification squad, chatting with people. So if you ever just want to have a bit of a chat, being early for a video is a great way to do that as well. And again, for anybody who's just joining in now, we are in the back streets of the Nihonbashi Mitsukoshimae area of Tokyo. In fact, Nihonbashi Bridge itself is right there. So this bridge is Nihonbashi Bridge. I guess it just Nihon Bridge, Japan Bridge. Nihonbashi Bridge is weird because that would be like Japan Bridge, because bashi or hashi means bridge. But this here, and I haven't shared this in a while, so for anybody who's new to the channel or doesn't know this, one thing I love talking about with this is that this is actually counted as the center point of Japan for so many places. So this bridge here, if I'm, for example, in Shikoku, or if I'm up in Tohoku, or if I'm out visiting Chris in Sendai, or Charla up in Morioka, you will see posts on the road that tell you the exact distance to, wow, that is a loud car. The exact distance to this bridge right here. It'll tell you the distance from that location to the Nihonbashi area. So this is basically the center point, the 0 point for measuring distances in Japan ever since a long, long time ago. And so it's yeah, all roads lead to Nihonbashi. So Chris isn't a troll, he's just sarcastic. Okay, so here's a fun fact. I talked about how when the 2011 earthquake hit, I lived near Tokyo Station area. I actually lived in a building that wasn't much wider than this one here. That was just down the road behind there. I lived right in this area when the 2011 earthquake hit. And when an earthquake hits and a building is that narrow, you can't really see it, but the whole building is like that. Oh boy, does it start to shake. Oh man, does it start to shake. So, also, I got really into that Nihonbashi bridge talk. So, to the mod team, if I missed any super chat or anything like that, please let me know and I will go back and grab them. Whoa, quality drop in this area. Well, let's keep moving forward then. There's another Sakura Street up here that I absolutely love. Will you try the Insta360 Go 2? I absolutely love the Insta360 Go 2. I'm actually hardcore harassing Insta360 right now, saying, hey guys, I want to give away an Insta360 Go 2 on the channel. And they did? They sent me a whole bunch of Insta360 clothing. They sent me like an Insta360 face mask. They sent me an Insta360 sweater. They said there's a hat in the mail and everything. Okay, something else that I've never gotten tired of in Japan is these tiny little patrol cars. It's so itty bitty. Like that guy's bike is bigger. It's the fuzz run. Now, Tim, when you say it's the fuzz run, do you mean it's the police or the quality's dropped so bad that I need to run to get out of the area? Sorry, mate, but I only watch 4K streams. You show me a 4K stream, Chris. Are those even a thing? I think they must be. I love how Chris is also like, I only watch 4K streams after he's been watching for like the last 20 minutes. They will be when I stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here. I'm gonna cement it. It was in text, but I'm gonna put it in voice. Chris Broad says that when he streams, they will be streamed in 4K. We're gonna hold him to that. I felt actually pretty bad because Chris did put a ton of work. So if anybody saw the post that I put up on Twitter or Instagram today, I'm joking around with Chris about how he shot the entirety of Journey Across Japan on a 6K camera. It was beautifully shot, amazingly edited, and then got uploaded in 4K. Now, a lot of that is so that you can like punch in and stuff like that. And also, nobody needs a 6K video in the world. So I jokingly posted a picture of a 6K rig, and I said, 6K starts today. So I've been joshing Chris about 6K and 4K and all that all day. If you're wondering what all this talk is, I recently, I would say just in the last 2 to 3 months, have upgraded to constantly uploading in 4K, and I feel it's made a huge difference to the overall view quality of the experience. I feel like I said that all backwards, but yeah. Wow, it is windy out. I actually spent the majority of today cycling around, and it was an incredibly windy day. Also, we saw the Corredo 2 building. This here is the Corredo 1 building, in case you're wondering. Okay, we're heading this way. And the gimbal's being funky again. Gimbal, please stop being funky. Journey across Japan, 8K. Oh boy. The K wars have really begun. I love how this heavenly creature is so excited about Chris having 8K that it absolutely positively must be all caps, like the biggest caps you could possibly get. So right now we are right in the Yaesu area in Nihonbashi. In fact, Maruzen is over there. Nihonbashi Station entrance is over here. Oh boy, it's windy. And Tokyo Station itself is going to be right over there. Yeah, the wind is just absolutely terrible. But we're almost at one of the most beautiful Sakura streets in the area, so. There's no dead cat for a cell phone. Dead cat for a cell phone sounds like, I love that. Dead cat for a cell phone sounds like a Japanese rock band. All right, so guys, our last live stream that we did was supported by Tokyo Treat. And I'm gonna be giving away a Tokyo Treat box or one of their other boxes, which was just beautiful. I'm gonna let you go ahead and check that out. I still have not picked a winner, and I'm going to be picking one at random out of the comments section on there. So if you have not watched that video, go check it out, pick a box that you'd like, and maybe one will get sent to you. So this street here is called Sakuradori, not to be confused with the Edo Sakuradori that we were on before. Favorite late night spot to eat is at home, because I don't eat out in Tokyo anymore. Do street names repeat? Street names repeat everywhere. The nice thing is it's late enough that there are basically no cars out right now. Jaywalking again. I'm not jaywalking. I haven't jaywalked until I finished getting over to the other side. This might be my favorite part of the walk so far. It's not jaywalking till you get to the other side. I'm just street walking right now. There we go. Ah, absolutely love this street. So I actually used to live just over there. This was the place. This was the area I called home for so long too. Nowhere near as long as Asakusa, obviously. I miss that area all the time. So the Sakura are going to be in full bloom, I'm guessing probably somewhere close to Friday, providing that the same thing that happens every year doesn't happen and we don't get them absolutely positively destroyed with the wind and rain. So there's this pattern of Sakura every year where the cherry blossoms hit and then the wind and the rain hits right as they fully open up, and then they are gone. But the last 2 days have been incredibly windy and incredibly rainy. There's a huge wind that passes through Japan at the beginning of spring called the Haru Ichiban, and it seems like that Haru Ichiban has already passed. That Haru Ichiban, like, you know when it's happened. You will walk through an area like this and there will be bicycles and umbrellas blown all over the place. It is an absolute disaster zone. The wind is so incredibly strong. And I feel like we had the Haru Ichiban wind pass through the other day. It's still pretty windy, which is, you know, a sign of spring in Japan, but it's always hit and miss with the cherry blossoms. Okay, hands up. Who would like the opportunity to do more snack box live streams and potentially just continue winning more snack boxes? I just want to keep giving away snack boxes. I think it's a really fun thing, especially while everybody's stuck and they can't be here in Japan. Of course, the live streams are one way that I can kind of bring you guys into Japan, but I think another way is if I could like send you snack boxes through prizes and stuff like that. Is that something that you would be interested in? Let me know. Okay, now this is jaywalking. So if you're in Japan and you're gonna call the cops, now is the time. Look at me, we're straight up, look, totally jaywalking. I'm posting legally binding evidence of my jaywalking right there. There you go. I know people wanted the jaywalking so bad, I couldn't end the stream without doing it. It's very important. You got to keep the viewers happy through jaywalking. So this area right up here, this is Tokyo Station. Okay, so it looks like the snack boxes are a moderately popular idea. I will see what I can do. If possible, I'd like to give away 1 to 2 snack boxes to you guys every single month. Some of these will be public giveaways. Some of them will be for the Patreon crew. Maybe I'll just do some over on the Patreon Discord. And I just shut off the... There we go. And a little bit of a super chat in here. Allow me to read this one out. Remember a presentation I made months ago on Nihonbashi area in university, talking about the streets between Koredo buildings, I think, turning into a digital art installation. Thanks for the tour, Norm. Vivek, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Tonight, I was so excited to get out here and stream tonight, and then I shot an entire video. I think I went out and I started it I got out there probably close to, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then 8 ended up being too early for what I wanted to do. I cycled some 35 kilometers through the entire city making today's video. And then I cycled back out here tonight and it was just wind the entire time. And so between you and me, when I got here, I had lost all my energy. I was just like, you may notice that this live stream hasn't been as like, yay, super Genki as always. And it's because I've been out shooting all day and I had a headwind the entire time here. And wow, oh my Lord, are you kidding me? Okay, so this used to be like one of my favorite little spots in the Nihonbashi area. That's Tokyo Station right over here. And as I said, this is Sakuradori. So this is Sakura Street. Now, this here is a shop called Okashi no Machio. Now this is X and everything like that, but I was really heartbroken when I found out this used to be cherry blossom trees all the way down, and they just cut it all out. They just got rid of all of it, and it was heartbreaking to see. And then there was a nice coffee shop up there and everything. I miss it so much. I'm coming back once again. Vivek, again, thank you so much for the kind words and for the £10 super chat. It means the world. So, but yeah, when you walk this way, it looks absolutely just beautiful. It's breathtaking. I love this space. I never tire of it. Yeah, they really did destroy the Sakura Street. It's quite heartbreaking. So, my buddy Lucas and I walked through here and we did a live stream from Ginza out to this area a while back. And we kind of discovered it on that live stream and we were just so heartbroken to see it. But let's head into some of the smaller streets over this way. Now, around this time of night, this area, because it's so close to Tokyo Station, you're gonna get a ton of taxis. And the later it gets, the more the taxis will start to gather out in the Ginza area. And I love the lights that reflect off the buildings from the neon signs and all that. Wow, you can't get down any of these streets. Let's go this way, because this is not noisy at all. And the is it safe to walk late there question was covered earlier on. I have a super chat here from Dome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to step off into a back street here, a side street, if you will, as I peek at these vending machines. All right, Dome says, damn, wish I could be back there, go get a coffee or just a beer around this time. Thank you. Thank you very much. These are very noisy. Gimbal being all wonky. Here we go. And Dome, thank you again so much for that. Price down 100 yen kara. So it starts at 100 yen. Mind you, wow, they're all actually 100 yen. Good on you. High five vending machine. That's right, I just high fived a vending machine. That's a thing that just happened. Hello from Kentucky. Hi. And Tim, thank you so much for popping in as the moderator to kind of re-answer questions and all that. Appreciate it. Nicely done, vending machine. And Patricia. Patricia says, just to say thank you for this live stream. Well, apparently this tilts when I tilt it. Well, Patricia, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm not as tired from the bike ride now, so I'm getting a little energy back. We're not gonna run though. So tell me guys, let me turn this around. What areas do you want to see next in live streams? I had put up a little bit of a post on the Instagram or YouTube posts thing asking people what they wanted, and the number one thing that people asked for was the Backstreet's live streams. But this, and I highly encourage you to leave it, to leave a comment after the stream ends as well, to say what you, we already went down this street. We're doing doubles. I highly encourage you. I'm going to go back down the Sakura street just because I want to go down the Sakura street. It's just, it's a street of Sakura. Like, why would you not go down that multiple times? So after the live stream wraps up, I always like when people come back and leave a comment. So this time, leave a comment of what areas you would like to see in Tokyo, and let me know if you're interested in seeing that area in the day or at night. Those are those cars from when we started the live stream, the two Subarus. What's up, guys? There we go. We are back on Sakuradori. So the other thing to keep in mind with sakura or cherry blossoms that's kind of important is, depending on the area, even the area within Tokyo, they're gonna open up at different times. So for example, around the Imperial Palace, they're bound to open up much earlier because it's open, there's lots of sunshine that hits there. But in areas like this, where there's lots of building coverage and they're not getting as much sun, they're gonna open up a little bit later because they haven't had the same exposure to the sun. Now, other areas may be affected by a river being there and how cold it is, and that cold may stop them from opening up as early. There's all these little things. So you can explore the areas. You can explore Tokyo and find different sakura opening up at different areas. In fact, I'm gonna link some videos at the end of this stream that show you some hidden sakura spots throughout Tokyo in case you ever come. And almost each of the spots that I show have sakura that open up way earlier than the rest. People often ask, like, if I want to catch the cherry blossoms, when should I come? And you check the cherry blossom forecast and aim to come about a week to 2 weeks before that. Usually about 2 weeks is safe. The cherry blossoms tend to open up earlier than the forecast more often than not. And then even if they don't, you're likely to catch the early opening cherry blossoms by coming early. So pro tips from Norm, you're getting it all tonight. And Cheyenne in there with a $15 super chat saying, grab a snack. Thank you. Cheyenne, the goal is to give the snacks. But thank you, I appreciate that. Oh wow, I haven't been down this street forever. There's a bunch of little izakaya bars down here. So I, at one point or another, have had the opportunity to dine or drink at almost every izakaya or bar in this little back street here. I used to work just around the corner from this, and actually this is new. I haven't been here. Japanese barbecue, yazaba. And again, here's another good example of a good photography spot where you want to get down nice and low, get a nice vantage point and look up and do a nice long exposure. Now this bright light here is going to really overexpose your shot, so you might want to do some bracketing. But another good example. And Barbara, this made my morning commute in California a joy. Well, Barbara, thank you very much. I do hope that you weren't the one driving, but thank you so much for the super chat. And there's something weird that I absolutely love about stairwells. So it's the exact same for me here in Tokyo as it was in New York City. These just stairwells that go all the way up. Actually, the love that I have for stairwells is one of the things that caused me to end up doing so many rooftop adventures in Tokyo, because I just wanted to see what was up there. And I started exploring the stairwells and going up. See, like, look at that. You can't tell me that that's not at least a little bit inviting. Like, if there's no gate, and this one seems to have a gate, but had there been no gate, that would be a stairwell to go up and explore. And a lot of them just don't have gates. Yeah, see? This one's gated and locked. Okay, it's unlocked, but it's still gated, so I wouldn't go in. Because you're just asking for trouble if it's gated. Now, there have been times where I've been up on rooftops, and I think my favorite memory is the security guard who I thought, oh man, I am in so much trouble now. And instead, he was super friendly and was like, let me take you to a better vantage point, and like unlocked a gate and took me through. I love that man to this day. I wish I'd gotten his email. So, and there it is. That is Tokyo Station itself right there. And May the Mediator, great to see you in there. I'll be getting to your message soon. Thanks for sending it over. This is the Yaesu side of Tokyo Station right here. There's a question in here asking about like how I would describe my Japanese skill. I've been conversationally comfortable in Japanese for the better part of a decade now, so I had the good fortune of spending a great deal of time. Also, there's my bike. Had the good fortune of spending a great deal of my time in Canada with Japanese friends, and was able to speak Japanese before I got here. So. And there's another super chat in there. Thank you. Joyful Cheese, which just might be the winning username of the day. It's still weird to me seeing someone in real time at night while it's 2 p.m. here in Ireland. Ireland, yes, diddly dee potato. Sorry, it's a long-standing joke with me and some old friends. I don't remember what it was from. It was from a comedy show. Enjoy the walk, and thank you for sharing. Well, thank you very much for the super chat. And there's all these like rose bushes all over Tokyo as well. And there's just something about it that I really love. When I first arrived in Tokyo, my very first day, I stayed in an area called Jimbocho, and there was some like train tracks and a bunch of these bushes. And I sneezed. Twice. I sneezed 2 times. And ever since then, every single time I see these rose bushes, I always think back and remember that very first day in Japan. And they say it's called tsubaki. And other people say bless you. Thank you for both. Okay, so quick poll in the comments right now. What do you guys want next? Do you want a daytime live stream or do you want a nighttime? I don't know what I'm doing with my thumb. Day or nighttime live stream? Leave it in the comments right now. And don't forget when this video goes live to jump into the comments section and leave it in there. I might even give away something in the actual comments section of this. And Joe leaving a super chat that says, loving the videos, Norm, get something to eat and drink from me. Joe, I will do exactly that. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm kind of thinking of tonight going back and ordering a pizza. Yeah, you know, it's been a while since we did one of the super early morning live streams, isn't it? Wow, lots of answers, lots of answers. May, thank you for putting all those together and keeping an eye on it for me. That is a lot of stuff. Woo! How's the pizza in Tokyo? I honestly, don't hate me for this, but I go with mostly Domino's because I'm of the belief that some foods shouldn't be great. I know that's a terrible way to say it, but I'm of a very strong belief that some foods shouldn't be great. Things like tacos and pizzas and whatnot, it doesn't need to be high quality. So I love Domino's, and every now and then I'll go out to a place called Devil Craft to get the deep dish Chicago style pizza, but that's a totally different game. That's it's not what you go for when you're in the mood for pizza. And Sorin, I miss the 3 cheese gyudon from Skia so much, but at least I get to see the side streets thanks to your live stream. Well, thank you very much. All right, let's head back this way. So when I used to go to Shikoku in Ehime, about 2 years ago, I set up an NPO, a nonprofit organization in Shikoku, mostly based around communication stuff and promoting the area. And it gave me the opportunity to travel out there quite frequently. Now, when I was going out there, I would always do it in the same pattern. I would take a night bus out there and then I would fly back. The night bus would allow me to get there earlier than a flight would, so I would have more hours in the day to actually do things. And I would often take the night bus from either right here or right up there. This will actually take you out to the airport. Sorry, I got that one mixed up. This one here will actually take you out to the airport if you need to leave super early in the morning. And then just on the other side of Yais there, I would take the night bus out. It was never a pleasant experience, but it got me into Shikoku at like 7 o'clock in the morning rather than me arriving in Shikoku at noon at the airport and then actually getting into the town at 1 p.m. So that bought me a lot of extra hours, like 5-6 extra hours in the day. And when you're only going to be there for 2 days, it adds up really quickly. There are discount airlines in Japan that are super, super cheap. I guess that's the same for everywhere. But I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go this way. No, we're going to keep walking this way because I like how this street looks. And yes, if you haven't yet, I would love to see the likes hit the number of viewers that we have. So give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't get a giant spike in likes. Come on, guys. I know you can do it. This is just me playing with the numbers. At this point, it becomes like a video game. I don't know about any of you, but when I rent cars in Japan especially, I try to rent hybrid cars. And it's because I end up gamifying the entire drive. When I'm doing like 20, 30, 40, 50 hour drives, you know, you want to be able to stay attentive. And one of the things that I end up doing is I take a look at like the fuel efficiency score and everything like that, and it all turns into a game. All the numbers turn into a giant game for me, and they're just like little game numbers on a screen. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? does anybody else gamify the fuel efficiency and all the other numbers in their car and try to outdo themselves each time? Be like, okay, what can I do to make myself more fuel efficient than last time? And we're running across the street. I'm gonna go down this way. I have a Prius and I do that every time. I'm so glad. Yo, Cheyenne, you have no idea how happy it makes me that you also do that, so. What is a hypermiller? What's a hyper, yo, does someone in my mod squad know what a hypermiller is? I'm very curious. Okay, I need to look up hypermiller. Because even Tim's calling me a hypermiller. All right, Tim, you've got my DM access over on Discord. Shoot me a DM on the Patreon Discord and let me know what a hypermiller is. I want to know all the details. TOKYOLENS, you... Oh no. Okay, May the Mediator, thank you so much for that. It says, TOKYOLENS, you missed a super chat. I think Jay was saying, love everything about you and your channel. You're always so positive. Thank you very much. I talk about this a lot with the other crew, but positivity is nobody's always positive. I'll be completely honest with you on that. Nobody is always positive. I think I lose out to negativity more than I win to positivity. Definitely. I have more bad days than good, and I think that's a normal thing. But it's like a muscle that you exercise, right? And the more exercise you do, the stronger it gets. And so I try my best to be positive and to only put out the positive stuff, because you guys all have your own issues as well. If I come onto YouTube and complain about my bad days and spit out negativity, that's no fun for anybody. Why would any, like, you got your own issues, right? So I try to use YouTube as an opportunity for me to exercise that positivity and just make the best of it and try to make your day a little bit better no matter what my day is like. And it works out. It always ends up making my day a little better. So thank you for that. And Kirill Babic, I hope I didn't get that wrong. Thanks for the inspiring videos. Was in Japan in March of 2020. I miss the spring in Tokyo. I don't know if you guys remember, I had a friend who was briefly in Japan just as things got bad, and he almost didn't manage to make it back home to Canada. My buddy Twitch, and yeah, that was, I almost forgot that people actually traveled at that time. It feels so long ago. And Say Pinecone says, made it pretty late, but I'm here. It's super weird seeing all the streets so empty, but also really beautiful. Also, I did it. I said Pinecone. And sorry, my Wi-Fi just jumped to some airport limousine Wi-Fi. That was weird. So. All right, and I guess we're gonna find out if this bicycle can handle being on the gimbal. I think I'm in spot 30. I am. I also just realized that this phone is what I use to pay for stuff. All right. Can I do it? Kakunin. Can I do it? I can't. Oh, I did it. And it didn't entirely kill the live stream. All right. God, I hate the fish I look. Cool, mate. I hope you feel better soon. All right, let's see. Can I balance this here? Or is it all gonna fall? There we go. There we go. Means a lot to me that he hates the fisheye look, but he loves the streams enough to still watch, so. All right. There we go. Now we can cover a little ground, a little more ground, a little faster. I really want to get out to the area of the Imperial Palace, but I also didn't want to just entirely leave the bike behind. A heads up, I'll have to be kind of careful because I don't know how happy officers will be to see this. They tend to care a lot about your safety, which is one of the things I do respect about the police in Japan. So if they see that like I'm cycling with the gimbal, they might be like, hey, could you please not and just please be careful? No. Has Norm been drinking? What a wonderful question to ask of somebody who just got on a bicycle. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Actually, to be honest, I am trying to get back in shape right now, so I'm doing fasting at the moment. I always feel a lot healthier and better when I'm fasting. Wow, that is a narrow pass. There we go. So basically right now we are at the side of Tokyo Station. So there's Tokyo Station right there. And once we pass under this little bridge here, we're gonna be on the Marunouchi side. Now, typically when I'm cycling, obviously I use the roads, but I don't feel like that's the best choice right now. So we're gonna stick to the sidewalks. And Jason Vong is in the chat too. Hi, man. Hi, Jason. And someone saying the Insta360 Go 2 is the best camera for the types of vlogs that I do. I'm a big fan of that camera. The very first time that I ever got on the bicycle with the gimbal, I was seriously nervous. But now that we've done an entire live stream on the bicycle with the gimbal, it is just so much easier. And I'm gonna try and catch that super chat at the next light. I feel like the gimbal on the bicycle makes it feel like it's a really low flying drone. Okay, that's enough shoo. All right, let me pull over here for a second so I can address that super chat. There we go. Okay, so Shan Lu, I hope I said that right. Can you commute with an electric longboard or bike? Also enjoy the work that you put out. I've addressed this one in previous videos. If it is fully electric powered, if it is powered by its own motor, if it's not just power assist, no, it's illegal. It counts as a 50cc or under motorized vehicle. It would have to have a license plate, turn signals, brake lights, all of that stuff. If it doesn't have that, then no. I have gotten stopped on my electric skateboard way too often. Like, there have been times that I honestly thought I was going to be in legal trouble. Now in Japan, they have power assist bikes, but you have to pedal and it just makes the pedaling easier. If you get caught with a bike that has its own motor, that is it. You are in huge trouble if it does not have a license plate and all of that. You're out. Like, you'll get charged and it's bad, so. And Annette says, 1 cup of coffee on me. Thank you very much, Annette. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm gonna try and line up my speed with this light in the hopes that when I get there. Do you know where Suga Shrine is in Yotsuya? Google Maps does. So. All right, I think if we start going now, we should be able to get a green light when we get there. If I go really slowly. I have this other thing that I do. I don't know if anybody else who uses bikes does it. I don't like stopping, so I just go really slow until I can go. Does that make sense? I don't like putting my feet down if I don't have to. So I just go incredibly slow like this and then just try to balance out until it turns green, but this one's gonna turn green anyway, so. I have a light, it's just not on. There we go. Whew. Little bumpy.